second rate.
Well, thanks for coming on. Yeah, he was second rate. Well, thanks for coming on. It was nice. Some of the teams getting. I know some people are sick, so we don't have the time. But thanks for taking the time out to come on and talk about what some of the people wanted to know about Synergy and what's going to be next. So, thanks for coming on, and we'll catch you later.
No problem.
All right.
Signing out.
See you later, guys.
All right. Well, as this is going to happen, I have to bow out. I have to go discuss Halo. I know, fucking hate me or whatever. It's part of the show. Vero, do well. Always ask that question about what.
Mm-hmm.
Ask that for me and keep me updated.
Well, yeah.
All right. Love you guys.
Well, yeah.
All right. Love you guys.
Okay, Burger, that's going to have to go. You're going to have to mute the stream.
All right. Love you guys.
What's up?
You got to mute the
Mute the
stream.
stream.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
That wasn't me.
Definitely was.
Okay.
No, it wasn't.
So we're back, guys. We have Vision with us now. We have Burger Fresh, the coach, and Knock, who was the newest pickup of Vision going into the event. So how are you guys doing, and are you guys sick? I know Knock said he's a little sick from the hype bug. So how are you guys doing after hype?
Well, I got the hype bug a little bit. Been a little sick the last couple of days. Been staying in. I don't know about Knock. Knock, you've been a little bit sick, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've had school to get back into, of course, after coming back from a tournament, basically back to the real life. But yeah, I do have the hype bug as well, probably because of our room. That or the weather, one or the other.
Yeah.
Anyone who saw our room, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I'm sure it was bad with the people you had banging in that room. That's someone else. I was in there a couple times. I made sure to stay clear away. And yeah, the air there in the hotel and everything. I didn't get sick, but I got all stuffy and congested. It was awful.
Definitely.
I think it was just the Newark air, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
As soon as I left Newark, it got a little bit better.
Yeah, it was bad. So going into hype, how much did you guys practice? What were your expectations? And how did you think of hype when you did get there? I mean, it's hard to ask you that, Burger, because we kind of ran it, but more or less so at Knock. What was your expectations? How did you think of hype? I know we had the down times, and yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Okay,
let him
well-
take care of that.
It all started when I got picked up. We started playing, obviously, just to see, how well I would fit in on the team. But, I mean, I was pretty much picked up after one night of scrimming. The first couple of weeks of practice, I wouldn't say that they went that well. But, once we started picking things up together and realizing, how close the tournament actually is, we started to say, hey, look, we only got 2 weeks left. Every day that we put in, we got to make sure we're getting the most out of it. If not, we're not going to perform. And as far as expectations, expecting first.
Expecting first. So I know, yeah, you're pretty much your big main match was against Raw Talent. You were down 2-0. What did you guys, say to each other? What did you guys think then? And then after bouncing back 2-2, what were your feelings going into checkout? So two-part question there.
Going down 2-0 against Raw Talent, no offense to them, but we weren't expecting to lose to them, to be honest. We made a mistake of overlooking them, looking into our second match. But definitely going down 2-0, it's not easy to come back, as anyone will tell you. And, we just decided to, get back on track, win a couple rounds, win a couple maps, bring this back.
Yeah, there was a couple of mess-ups during the checkout that honestly blew us the game. Can name a few myself.
So it was more of you guys beat yourselves than anybody really beat you? Is that what you really want to, that's what you want to go with? You pretty much beat yourselves?
If we would have won that match, that hype alone would have brought us to the whole weekend. That would have been the icebreaker. That morale would have just took us back and we would have been on fire. But we fucked up. That's what happened.
Definitely. Going into the last map, we felt very confident. Having just won 2 maps in a row, I believe we didn't drop a round in those 2 maps. And, we were up 2 rounds, I believe, on the last map, which was checkout, and we just lost a very crucial 3v2, and that kind of, took all our momentum away, and we ended up losing the map 4-3.
Yeah, and then going after that Heartbreaker, which was on main stage that we all watched, who did you have going in next set? I think you beat, Fly Society, if I'm not mistaken? Was that who you had?
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct, Vero. We had Fly Society on one of the featured stations, or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
and that was a 3-0 sweep. They played a good game against us though.
Definitely was a
It was
close
really
match.
intense.
So then I think it
Yes.
was that next round. Who did you guys officially get knocked out by, and what was the match like? And who was it against?
We got knocked out by Ruffled Feathers. The map count was 3-1, obviously in their favor. We won the first map, Hotel. I think it was 4-1 or something. And the next map was Trench's Execution. We lost that 4-3 to them. And the next map was Rustlung. We lost that about maybe 210 to 180. Don't quote me on that.
It was
And
pretty close.
then, yeah, that was pretty close. But then last map, Old Town. I think we got banged out like 4-1 or something.
Yeah. Okay. So did you feel going into hype and also at hype? Did you feel anything hindered you guys? Whether it be was the wait times too much? I know we had some problems with the wait times. There not enough practice. Was there any problems with players going into the event, or did you think it just really it all relied on it was nothing outside of the game? It was more or less how you played inside the game. Was there any distractions? I guess is what I'm saying.
I don't like to be one. I don't like making excuses because all the other teams that did well at that turn
Mr. Mike just cut out real quick.
Yeah.
didn't hear anything. Okay, well,
there
basically
we
what
go.
I said was, I don't like to make excuses. All the teams that went to the tournament, they played well, they deserved it. So me to say something that, oh, we should have done this, we should have done that. It might sound like I'm talking down on one of the teams that we did. Definitely not the case. One thing I could say that would have benefited us a lot more would have been, more warm up in general.
What is going on with your mic? All I heard was more warm up in general.
Albert, your mic. All right. Well, I know what I was gonna say, but basically the warm up times were a little bit long. Obviously, I can't really go into depth with it 'cause since me and Vero kind of helped out there. But the wait times were a little bit long. They were drawn out. The warm ups were only 12 minutes. Next time we'll like to have longer ones. There was a couple times the refs rushed us early to play the matches, which kind of threw things off. But definitely the wait times need to be a little bit fixed there next time.
Yeah, it is definitely. It also comes down to being one of the refs and seeing it, and also watching my own team doing it. What a lot of teams don't realize when we say 12-minute, warm-ups, that's 12-minute warm-ups. That's not, 8 minutes to get your stuff ready, 8 minutes to sit down, 8 minutes to go to the bathroom, and then you get 12 minutes of warm-up
Exactly.
time.
You get 12 minutes from when you plug in your Astros and your controller to the time runs out.
Yeah, people were thinking, they would get ready, plug in all their stuff, then go to the bathroom, and then sit down, and then work on their settings, and then start up at King of the Hill, and that was their practice. And that was just a misconception between the refs, players, and everybody there. People just needed to realize that, it's 12 minutes, 12 minutes. When you sit down, your controller's plugged in. I don't care if one of your teammates had to go take an hour-long phone call. I mean, 12 minutes is 12 minutes. And that was just one of the problems out there. And it's hard to tell people you can't warm up because everybody's entitled to their things. People just need to be more mature and more, more cautious and aware of both refs and player. Yeah, both refs and player to be aware and cautious of the situation at hand and realize there are time constraints and everybody wants to play. And the longer you take is, longer somebody else has to wait. And, that's just a trickle effect,
Exactly.
Yep. So, what's next for Vision? I mean, you guys looking to stay together? If it's anything too personal, you don't have to go into it. What's next for Vision? Are you guys still positive going into the next hype or MLG, whatever it may be, that you'll do fine? And do you know what you have to work on, or do you think it's more of a bad weekend, brush it off, practice harder, play more, and you'll brush it off and you'll come out successful in your next event?
Exactly. I just want to ask if Albert's back. I don't know if
Yeah,
he is.
I tried fixing something.
Yeah,
Can you hear me
good.
now?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Well, I guess there are definitely a lot of things that we need to work on. It wasn't just a bad weekend. I personally don't think I played as good as I could have, but there's definitely a lot of things that we can work on. Just coming home instantly, we already figured out some things that we need to change. As far as staying together, as of right now, we're looking at it, but we need to talk about a few things.
Yeah, we just need to go over some things before we make our final decision. But as of now, it looks like we're going to stay together. We're going to grind it out. We're going to come back stronger than ever next event. whether it's hype, MLG, anything that gets thrown at us.
Okay, so yeah, same question, the Gandhi question that I pretty much said he wants me to ask to everybody. There was one game type map combo that you want out, and one game type map combo that you want in, whether it be one of the older game type maps or either one of the new ones that's coming out in Phoenix Rising. Whatever. Whether you want Gridlock back or whether you want Slabs and whatever the case may be. What would it be and why?
Albert, you want to go first? And I already got mine.
Sure, I'll go first. I was gonna say dry dock execution, but I guess everyone says that, so I'll go ahead and say trenches execution, because I think that map just plays out terribly on LAN. I mean, online in scrims, most of the maps they play out pretty quickly, because generally online teams are not gonna play like it's at an event, like it's for money, which is another thing that's pretty unfortunate. But just I think trenches plays horribly. If a team wants to take the 3 low and go there, unless you match them, it's going to be a stalemate basically every time.
Yeah, the only thing we need to realize about trenches too is trenches at the next hype MLG, whatever it may be, is going to be different because we're going to have the newer swaps down there. So,
Correct.
Are you taking that into consideration? Do you still think it would be the map? It would be whether Digger's down low and Frags are in the middle. Do you still think it would be like that?
I honestly still think so. I guess you could nade out down low if you grab nades if the team's going heavy down low. But I just think if, the down low team is being smart, they can get Digger and get out. I mean, basically the only way to make that map go quickly, I feel, is if both teams match down low.
Okay. So, and what map would you like to see added, map/game type, whether it be already in the game or one of the newer ones?
I'm going to answer this one. I've been playing Slab King of the Hill, and it's been playing out perfectly. I've been playing it ranked and played it in a couple private matches. It works great for King of the Hill. It's perfect size. The spawns are great, and the hill placements are all in good areas with great angles. Albert, I don't know what you think about the Slab, but what's your idea on that?
I mean, that's all I've been hearing from you guys, how good that map is in King of the Hill. I've actually yet to play it. It looks pretty good, just from first outlook on the map. There's no, top hill on trenches where one person can just sit there with a Lancer out and basically keep the whole map at bay. And I like that about the map. So, yeah, I'd agree with you. I'd say that's a game type that I'd be looking forward to playing.
So, with the Slabs, I know there's already been conversations about it because people I've actually tested have started. Have you played it on both sides? People are saying the second side that spawns with, I think, Digger and something else is more competitive and more balanced than the first side, which has Boom on it. Have you played it enough to realize the second side's better? Do you like the first side? Because if we do go with the second side, we would either need some help from Epic to switch it, or we would need to do custom weapon swaps, which is kind of against our whole motto of keep it out of the box. Granted, it would still be out of the box, but you just have to, switch sides. So, have you played it on both sides? Which side do you like better? I hear people saying the second side is a lot more competitive than the first.
Unfortunately, no, I haven't played it on either side, to be honest. It's just what I'm hearing from my team, and they're all liking it. So, and from playing the map and execution and whatnot, it just looks like a good King of the Hill map. I would say personally, I would not like Boom Shot and respawn game types, but that's just me.
I've played it quite a few times, like I said, but I think it's balanced. I don't really see a difference spawning on each side, but I guess we really have to keep on testing it out and see how it goes. Maybe we can change the swaps up. I really don't know that we're going to do that with the hype staff later on. We'll talk about it. But yeah, I like the map personally.
Okay, so just anything else? Anything you'd like to see change for hype? Anything change for Gears as a community as a whole? And then any shout-outs you have before we bring on Ruffled Feathers?
One thing I'd like to suggest for hype is they actually do this at MLG events. At every event, they'll give you 3 teams. They'll put you in a pool with 4 teams, and basically you can scrim maybe 1, maybe 2 of those teams before you actually get to play a match. I think that would just be very beneficial for a lot of teams, just to get, at least, 2 maps in against a team and just play 2 maps on LAN and practice your strategies, get used to it. But I'm sure that would take, more stations or more downtime. I'm not really sure what that would take to make that happen.
And yeah, it's hard to ask you, Brig. I don't really care what you think if you work with us. But any just shout outs you got?
I'm gonna shout out Hypha Station. Obviously, you guys should follow us. Follow Vero. He's been doing some great shit. He's been doing great things for the community. He's awesome. And one more person I want to shout out, Loco from Apex. I suggest all of you follow him. He's been trying to put some things together in Europe for Gears of War, and we need to help him make that competitive Gears of War push on their side. That together will join up, and who knows? Hopefully, it'll grow bigger and bigger. That's about it.
Yep. Well, thanks for coming on. Unfortunately, we couldn't get Puff and the rest of the gang on here because I know some people are still sick. Some people, are out right now. But thanks for coming on, and we're gonna be going on board at Ruffled Feathers. And thanks for being here, guys.
Peace.
Yeah, no problem. Peace.